Ryan saying car mechanic. You think that Hafley looks like he could change a tire.
So
McDaniel.
Here, how can I put it this way? Hafley sounds more along the lines of a Porsche truck, and Dan Campbell sounds like a dually.
Yeah, he sounds like truck nuts.
Yeah,
you're not really.
Man.
When I think what comes to mind when you think of Dan Campbell? Truck nuts.
Look, he's got. Here's the thing. I don't know if Jeff Hafley's going to be a good coach or not, but I would tell you one thing that he has going for me already is I don't got to cut those press conferences that are like torture. They were terrible.
He gets to the point.
I was like, longest answer was 55 seconds yesterday. Perfect,
dude. Cutting up his sound was orgasmic. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
It was like,
You're like, look at this.
Oh, my ears were like, what?
He actually.
You were waiting for more, and that was it.
Yes.
He had like 15-second answers. I was like, wow, this is incredible. This is incredible. This is going to be like 10-minute press conferences every day during the season. This is going to be amazing.
South Florida has I've had two people who, when they answer a question, is the longest answers known to man.
Mm-hmm.
The number one guy was Zoe. Zoe, you back in the days, you asked Zoe a question, you could actually leave the recorder running, go interview 3 other players, and come back, and he's still finishing the first question.
Shoulder.
Yeah, still finishing that first question. And then obviously Mike McDaniel. That was Jesus.
That was something, dude. It was something. He was asked about Chopper Robinson and what he's expecting from him this year. So what he had to say about the Dolphins' first-round pick.
Well, I think it's going to happen when we get him on the field. I mean, Chop's had some success. If you build a pass rush tape, a Chop, he does things that are like, I can't wait to get my hands on this guy. But I think we need to get to know him, right? I want to see him live. I want to see what he looks like in his stance. I want to see what we can do to help him out of his stance, out of his first step. What's his go-to move? Is he going to win with speed? What's his counter? Can we coach him up on that, right? Can we help him take the step? What's his mindset like? Where is he at right now, right? So I just talked to him on the phone a bunch. I just can't wait to coach him. But he certainly has that. His first few steps, his get off. I mean, he can roll. I mean, and now it's our job to coach him up and develop him and help him get better.
All right. So it seems like that seems like genuine enthusiasm about Chop Robinson, who did deal with the concussion and the knee. Remember that knee injury that he had last year? I thought that was going to be done for the season.
Yeah. It's young. You can bounce back. When you get older, those things are tears and knee problems.
Crazy. Chop Robinson last year, 15 games, 10 tackles. 10 solo tackles, 11 assisted, and 4 sacks. 1 forced fumble in year 2. So
this is his third year.
Third year.
The thing is that he plays a position that you should be able to make more of an impact sooner, simply because it's an athleticism. It's beat the guy in front of you.
Yeah,
they're not double teaming him or anything.
Say one
like
thing that was done with them last year.
What's up?
Taking snaps away from Matthew Judon. Like, that's almost like what were we doing there? Because Judon stunk. Like, what a waste of time that was. Like you bring him in, like, because we were excited at the end of his first year, like, oh, this kid looks like he's got something.
Right.
And you're like, oh, we should add an old guy with long sleeves on. What? Terrible idea. Terrible idea.
We had a couple of old guys. Like I was really.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Norby hammers high in the sky, out to left, no doubt about it. And that was a no-doubt bomb for Norby.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck. The official pregame show of the Miami Marlins on the home of the Marlins, WQAM.
Augustine Ramirez hammers a ball, left field, and gone. Three-run bomb.
Marlins on Deck is brought to you by ADT, the official security partner of the Miami Marlins, and by Werner Hoffman, Gregg and Garcia, official law firm of the Miami Marlins.
It's all down. I'm pissed off. I'm ready to go.
Why do you get so pissed off?
I don't like hitters.
Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Straub.
Excellent job, Dan Day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live from Lone Depot Park in Miami on an 80-degree Wednesday afternoon. Happy April Fool's Day to all that celebrate. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio, AM 560 WQAM. Well, the roof is closed today, but the panels are open. It is game 6 of 162, and this, folks, is the exact thing that good teams do to start a season. They handle their business against inferior opponents, and they protect their home soil. After Miami dropped their first game of the season on Monday, the Marlins played it 9 unanswered last night to even up the series against the Sox. 4-1 for just the 5th time in team history, and they will send their workhorse who will toe the rubber today in Sandy Alcantara as the Marlins close the book on their first homestand of 2026. The aforementioned Sandy Alcantara, fresh off of 7 innings of 1-run ball, he will get the pearl this afternoon. He will go opposite the White Sox opening day starter, Shane Smith, right-hander, 25-year-old. In his final start as a 25-year-old, he will turn 26 in just a couple of days. Smith is vying a different result from last Thursday in Milwaukee. Again, he will make his second start of the season. More on him in segment 3. It is game 3 of this 3-game interleague set between your 4-1 Miami Marlins and the 1-4 Chicago White Sox. We will get going today at 1:10 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Wednesday afternoon with Jack McMullen and 4-time World Series champion Jeff Nelson. I am Steven Straub. We have the pleasure of chatting with the Major League leader in ribbies so far this year. Liam Hicks will join the program. Sandy and Jack, they usually sit down before his start. Got some intel on what's the key for Sandy against the Sox today. We'll get you out of the count with the two guys on the mound today. Segment 4 will always feature Mr. Jack coming in. We'll go some back and forth. Expo question today at Marlins Radio. And, Steve's guaranteed a victory. If it's any preview of yesterday, we're in for another good guarantee today. Okay, let's start here with Liam Hicks. And it's so cool when you really focus on a player early on. You have him on your pregame show yesterday. You talk a lot about him in the game, and then he backs it up. Liam Hicks, again, delivered a big-time knock for the Marlins, tied up the game, another extra base hit. The guy's got 8 RBIs, and we got a chance to catch up with him after the game, recapping not only the victory, the 4-1 start, and again, his MLB-leading 8th RBI of the season.
I think we're in every game, I mean, we're going to fight till the very end. Yesterday didn't start off great, but we kept fighting all the way through. And today, same thing, get down early and just keep fighting.
Does this year feel a little bit different from last year, or is it just too early to tell?
I think it's too early to tell. Definitely a lot of guys that have kind of been through a full season now and have an idea of how it goes, a lot of ups and downs. So just try and be the same person every day, and I think that's what the clubhouse is going to do.
We spoke earlier about your bat speed program. Your league leading, now 8th RBI. What has been most beneficial for you?
I think guys getting on base. That's helping me a lot. I mean, obviously when guys ahead of you are getting on base, you get those opportunities, and just try and keep it simple and swing fast and hit the ball hard.
You look like you were dead to rights on that tag up. Can you tell us how you go about making the decision on how to slide, where to slide?
Yeah, I mean, from third there, obviously trying to stay in the lane as much as possible, try and block the throw if that's possible, and then the slide there, sliding to home's tough. Just trying to get the hand in before he tags me. That's all you can do.
All right, last one, 7th inning. Who got more high fives in the dugout? Your pick from Paulie or Paulie's barehanded play?
I'm gonna go Paulie. I think everyone loves Paulie.
Love Paulie. Graham Paulie just has that infectious smile, and he made just an excellent play. And Clayton had mentioned that in the post game. Those are the little moments in a game that can fluctuate a game. And Graham Paulie making the bare hand play at third, skipping it across to Liam Hicks, who picked it again. Liam Hicks, originally a catcher with the Marlins, played some first base in the minor leagues, but didn't play at first in a regular season game until last year. So here we are, Liam Hicks leading all of Major League Baseball with 8 RBIs. It's tied for the most RBIs for a Marlin through 4 games to start a season since Miguel Rojas Casey McGee and Hanley Ramirez. And you can guarantee it that Liam Hicks is back in the lineup. He will be behind the dish, catching Sandy Alcantara and hitting in that cleanup spot. We'll break. We'll get some sound on Sandy Alcantara. Our very own Jack McMullen will sit down with him. We're playing baseball at 110. Marlins looking to move to 5-1 on the early season on the Marlins Radio Network.
South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro Signs and Metro Wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team. The Ritz-Carlton Key Biscayne, Miami invites you to discover a new era of coastal luxury following its $100 million transformation, where open-air design and sweeping ocean views create a seamless connection to the sea. Set across 17 acres of pristine beachfront, the resort blends island serenity with the dynamic rhythm of Miami. Experience the calm between the currents of city and sea and reserve at ritzcarlton.com or call 1-800-542-8680.
At Loan Depot, we're big on home. Home games, home teams, home field advantage, and you better believe it, home runs. For us, home means everything, which is why we're offering more options that make buying your first home easier and more affordable. No matter where you are on your home ownership journey, round the corner to loandepot.com and let us help get you home. That's loandepot.com. We're on deck ready to hit it out of the home ownership park for you. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLC ID number 174475.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
This is Owen Casey, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on 104.3 WQAM.
Well, here we go, the final game of this 6-game homestand, and I don't think it could have gone any better. Marlins sweep the Rockies. They win last night, an opportunity to get to 5-1 today. With their ace, Sandy Alcantara, taking the hill, he will go opposite Shane Smith today. Hello, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Wednesday afternoon. It is the best, the getaway days, the middays where you play a game at around 1 o'clock. It's just so much fun. There's baseball on, and that pretty much tells us all you need to know. Jeff Nelson, Jack McMullen. Jack will join us live in the segment 4 portion of the program. But first, let's get to Sandy Alcantara, who tossed 7 innings, did not allow any earned runs. It tied the second longest opening day start in Marlins history and the longest since Henderson Alvarez. Here is Jack and Sandy on what's key today.
All right, thank you, Steven. Sandy, 7 innings, 1 unearned run, 73 pitches in 7 innings. How good did that pitch count feel for you in 7 innings?
Great. So since the first inning, I was trying to not throw in too many pitches per inning. So in the 7th, I just realized that I have 73, and I thought I want to go back there to finish the game. He just saved me out of the game. I got to respect that decision.
You set the tone, 7 pitches in a 1-2-3 first. That crowd opening night, what did that first inning do for you last time out?
Great. I think it's opened my mind to be more aggressive, on the count. So to help me to be more longer in the game. And so inning back inning, tried to not throw more than 10 pitches, and I think that was my mentality.
What did you think of the sweeper? First time using it in a regular season game.
Great. So I think it's been a long way, working on it since the off season, during the spring training. Now I had confidence on it, throwing in the game, last outing, so yeah, I feel very comfortable with the sweeper. Hopefully I got to keep working on it to get it more nasty.
Fastball execution, man. I mean, we talked about it a little bit with you last year, right? Over the course of the year, how it changed. Where do you feel like your fastball's at in terms of putting it around the strike zone right now?
Very good. Very good. I think fastball command has been great since the off season. Working very hard in the sprint training, try to locate it. and hopefully I did a great job in the game, trying to not miss too much with the fastball. And yeah, hopefully I did a great job with the fastball.
A couple of young, talented bats in this White Sox lineup. What jumps out to you when you look at them?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for me. It's the same baseball. Just be out there aggressive since the first pitch. Try to not miss too much and go deep in the game the most of the game.
Well, you got to love that answer from Sandy Alcantara. It doesn't matter who's in that lineup. He feels really good about where he's at. And it's a great point from Jack asking him about the fastball execution because, folks, that's been Sandy's ID his entire career. He's been able to command the zone and get ground ball outs and play to contact, and that was something that we didn't see last year. Obviously, coming after the Tommy John surgery, a lot of things are out of whack mechanically, and that also affects your mental. But what we saw from Sandy on Friday, if that's any indication of what he has in store for 2026. It's going to be a really fun year for him. The White Sox will trot out 5 left-handed hitters, and for Sandy Alcantara, you've got to feel pretty good about his efficiency in his last start and what it can be today. 73 pitches on Friday. Again, Alcantara's start marked the fewest in any outing of 7+ innings by a Marlin since Anibal Sanchez in 2006. So Sandy Alcantara, he will go opposite Shane Smith. We'll get more on that matchup coming up next right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, and our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA, favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry with Bahamas and USA.
South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro signs and Metro wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami. Signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team.
This is Max Meyer, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
What a cool nugget here today in the game notes. Dating back to June 13th, 2025. Miami's 58 wins are the 5th most in all of baseball. They trail only the Milwaukee Brewers, Seattle Mariners, Toronto Blue Jays, and Philadelphia Phillies. Pretty good company to be a part of. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, and Jeff Nelson. Let's get you ahead of the count. Marlins again looking to move to 5-1. They swept the Colorado Rockies and looking to take another series here today. Let's start here with Shane Smith, 25-year-old right-hander. He's going to look to respond after a tough opening day start in Milwaukee. He took the loss against the Brewers, allowed 4 runs, 3 of them earned on 3 hits, 2 walks. That's not really the bad part. The bad part is he went an inning in 2/3, 54 pitches. It was the shortest outing of his young career. Now, this is a guy that just came off an all-star year in 2025, 7-8, a 3.80 ERA, 146 innings pitched, 29 starts, 145 Ks to 58 walks. Really cool connection here to the Marlins. He was the second All-Star in his first season to make an All-Star game as a Rule 5 pick. The last one was Dan Uggla, of course, with the Florida Marlins at the time. Shane Smith, again, looking for a big-time year, and here he was on his ceiling in 2026.
I don't see a reason why I can't get better. what that ceiling is, I think you do yourself a disservice if you can't say I'm going to be the best I possibly can be. Where that matches up and where that stacks up is out of my control. But, I think I can definitely throw more strikes with my off speed. I think I can put more hitters away. I think I can walk less people, and those are all things that I can control. So, I really just want to, go into year 2, throw my curveball and change up and slider for strikes, locate fastballs when I need to, and work with the White Sox staff to see, if there's any more juice to squeeze.
Well, we just saw Shane Smith last year, and he shoved against Miami and Chicago on May 10th, went 6 shutout, 4 hits, and 7 punch-out. Shane Smith will go opposite. We had just talked to him, Sandy Alcantara, 30-year-old right-hander who makes his second turn in the rotation. Again, Friday allowed an unearned run on 4 hits, 2 walks over 7 frames against the Colorado Rockies. He did K5. He didn't give up an extra base hit. 49 of his 73 pitches for strikes. Sandy, what do you think about your performance?
Great, 7 inning, 7 strong innings, and we win the game. Everything was working today. Sinker was good, changeup, throw a lot of sweeping today, and you guys see the result.
Sandy's made 2 career starts against the Chicago White Sox, a 3.55 ERA over 12 2/3 innings pitched. So Sandy Alcantara and Shane Smith. Yes, I'm thinking it as well. This could be a sub 2-hour game if everything goes correctly. 2 guys on the mound that command a big-time presence, and both guys looking to come out victorious on this Wednesday afternoon. We will break Jack McMullen. We're going to discuss a couple of things. What's been the biggest difference with Sandy? And what we saw on Friday, did we see any of that? The last 8 performances of 2025 when he threw to a 2 ERA? We will reveal that next. We'll talk a little bit more about the offense. Really good win yesterday. We're breaking. We're back in 2 on the Marlins Radio Network.
I'm Adam Werner. As the official law firm of the Miami Marlins, Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia fights for our clients the same way the Marlins fight on the field, relentlessly and with a winning strategy. Our team represents clients in personal injury, workers' compensation, veterans disability, bankruptcy, and Social Security cases. From our home office in Miami, Florida, we provide powerhouse legal representation built on dedication, experience, and results. If you need a team that's ready to step up to the plate for you, visit WernerHoffman.com. Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, proudly serving the 305 community.
The Ritz-Carlton Key Biscayne, Miami invites you to discover a new era of coastal luxury following its $100 million transformation, where open-air design and sweeping ocean views create a seamless connection to the sea. Set across 17 acres of pristine beachfront, the resort blends island serenity with the dynamic rhythm of Miami. Experience the calm between the currents of city and sea and reserve at ritzcarlton.com or call 1-800-542-8680.
Marlins fan, get ready for more baseball action when the Fighting Fish face the Cincinnati Reds, April 6th through the 9th. Plus, enjoy Bark at the Park, sponsored by Tito's Homemade Vodka, 4 for $44, presented by Pepsi. A ticket, food, and beverage deal for 4 and more. Get tickets now at marlins.com/tickets.
Get to Edmore Sawgrass Cadillac for our 80th anniversary sale. 2026 optics, $329 a month at Edmore's Sawgrass Cadillac. Approved credit cards and transportation vehicles, sports.ts, 115239, less than 5K miles, 24 month lease, $39.99 down, 0 security plus tax tag title fees.
Get anniversary savings at Edmore Sawgrass Chevrolet during Chevy Truck Month. 26 Silverados, supplier pricing, and no payments for 90 days. Chevy, together let's drive.
Approved credit, interest accrues from date of purchase through preferred lender. Select models plus tax tag title fees. Dealer has details.
1-2 to Doyle. That one cut on and missed. Sandy Alcantara, with help from his battery mate, is through 7 innings of 1-run baseball here on opening night.
All in all, this was a great start to the year for Sandy to go that deep in the game, be that efficient, and as well as to be able to execute at the rate he did today.
That was Marlins manager Clayton McCullough after Sandy shoved 7 innings of 1-run ball, and that 1 run was unearned on Friday night against the Colorado Rockies. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, Jeff Nelson, Dan Day hitting the 1s and 2s back in the studio. Jack, let's start with this. I posed this question to Clayton this afternoon. The fastball command that we saw on Friday against the Rockies, was that the thing you saw the last 6 starts when he threw to a 2 ERA, or is this version of Sandy entirely different than what you saw at the end of it?
No, I'll be honest, man. I think it's pretty darn similar to what we saw in the back half of the 2025 season. Everybody wants to talk about the post-All-Star break, but you're doing the right thing by condensing it to the final 8 starts, because before that, those 5 leading up to the final 8, you saw trace amounts of Sandy coming back, And then the final 8, we actually saw Sandy back. It was that 2.3 ERA. It always stems from fastball execution. And like Jeff Nelson's been talking about it all homestand long, right? You got to establish the fastball.
But it is with certain guys, and for Sandy it is.
It is. And it doesn't necessarily mean fastball percentage. Like, you don't need to throw your fastball 60% of the time for you to establish your fastball. What you need to do is have guys thinking about your fastball at all times. And for Sandy, that opens the world up for him because the heater's at 98 miles an hour. Like, he sat 97, 98 with the sinker on opening night against Colorado. So when you have to gear up for 97 or 98 and you can't sit on that new sweeper or you can't sit on that changeup, that's what makes Sandy Sandy. So when we talked to him ahead of this start and we asked him about fastball execution and he says great, he means great. It was great. And his ability to move the fastball around the strike zone and work off of the fastball opens up the world for him. We saw that on Friday, and hopefully we see it today.
That's Jack McMullen. I'm Steven Strom. Interesting observation yesterday in the media room when Jansen Junk was talking after his performance. I think he went 4 1/3, put his team in a position to win. He had talked about Chris Paddock having a really good conversation with him after Paddock was hit around on Monday night.
Yeah.
And Junk said, I really appreciate Paddock for coming up to me and giving me some intel. Now, you assume Paddock did probably the same thing with Sandy. I'll ask you this. When you're an experienced starter like Sandy and you've got 2 nights to watch a team, what can that do for him?
I think he understands hitter identity, to be honest. Like, I think you have a pretty solid scouting report on all of these guys. And I know the sample on the actual sheet of paper may not be there just yet, but I think he knows Colson Montgomery's going to get a big-time swing off, and he's been swinging underneath fastballs in the first 2 games.
Yep.
I think he knows Murakami is struggling to catch up, to heat up, or breaking balls down. He's chasing a little bit. I think he's realizing what Miguel Vargas' shortcomings could be. Benintendi, the bat speed is not there. Can you pepper him up with fastballs? Like, there are a whole bunch of different things that you can just learn by sitting there and watching and talking to the previous 2 guys go. I was going to build on that. So Junk is talking about a conversation that he had with Paddock.
Yep.
You remember what Paddock said 24 hours before? His conversation with Sandy meant the world to him. So all of a sudden, I'm just hearing communication between these starting pitchers.
These
and I'm
guys
like,
love each other, man.
This is a good vibe we got going on here. I need Maxie and Yuri to get involved here, and then it's just one big happy family.
Yes, and today this is going to be, I think, an awesome matchup on the mound. Sandy will go opposite Shane Smith. What do we need to know, Jack, about a guy that was an all-star last year and a Rule 5 pick in 2024?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's honestly a fascinating backstory. So this guy is a Boston area guy. He went to Wake Forest. Wake Forest is one of the best pitcher programs in America. It's probably the best pitcher program in America right now. A couple of Cincinnati Reds, who we may see next week, are Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Chase Burns, who looked amazing, and then Rhett Lauder, who looked really good too. Those are some of the recent draftees. Shane Smith is at Wake Forest. He blows out in his draft year. He needs Tommy John surgery. He goes unselected in a 20-round draft in 2021. He signs with the Brewers, works his way back from Tommy John in 2022. In 23, he's a full-time reliever. Didn't start a single game in the minor leagues. Had a sub-2 ERA. Milwaukee in 24 then turns him into a starter. 3.05 ERA. And then he's the number 1 pick in the Rule 5 draft. And then he's the second All-Star in the history of Major League Baseball to be a rookie and a Rule 5 pick to make the All-Star team.
Wow.
Only other guy 19 years before Dan Uggla with us in the Florida Marlins. So this guy's honestly last 5 years of baseball life has been kind of unworked path. And it's amazing to see someone carve out their own unique path and just find it here. By the way, real quick Rule 5 thing here. Hedrickson Paez, who threw yesterday, and Conine took him deep, 91 center cut. He was DFA'd today. The White Sox made 2 selections in the Rule 5 draft. Neither are on the team, and we're a week into the season. Peyton Pallette, they did not protect from the Rule 5 draft.
Wow.
Guardians took him, and he looks really good through a couple of outings with the Guardians. Just weird.
Very weird. Shane Smith looking to bounce back after a tough start against the Brewers last week on Thursday. He opened up for the White Sox. By the way, 5th different White Sox in straight years to be a different opening day starter. Shane Smith looking to bounce back against Sandy Alcantara today. Jack McMullen, Jeff Nelson, they have your call in about 15 minutes. We'll break Expo question and a red-hot Steve's Guarantee. It's on the way on the Marlins Radio Network.
Mikisuki Casino and Resort is your place in Miami to live it up and play on. Unleash the excitement of slots, high-stakes bingo, and 24/7 poker action. Indulge in exquisite dining at La Brisa and handcrafted cocktails at Tempt Lounge. Unwind in our elegant rooms and suites as you elevate your entertainment around the clock. And check out our new Little Trail Casino on I-75, exit 49. Rediscover Miccosukee Casino and Resort, voted best casino in Miami. Visit Miccosukee.com for more.
The Ritz-Carlton Key Biscayne, Miami invites you to discover a new era of coastal luxury following its $100 million transformation, where open-air design and sweeping ocean views create a seamless connection to the sea. Set across 17 acres of pristine beachfront, the resort blends island serenity with the dynamic rhythm of Miami. Experience the calm between the currents of city and sea, and reserve at ritzcarlton.com or call 1-800-542-8680.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro signs and Metro wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team.
This is Jacob Marcy, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on 104.3 WQAM.
Well, how sweet would it be if we could leave the 305 this afternoon with a 5-1 record and an off day tomorrow, and the Marlins will open up the New York Yankees' first home game, and Yuri Perez should toe the rubber on that Friday. But we've got business to tend to today on this Wednesday afternoon. Again, the roof is closed here at Lone Depot Park. The windows are open. Sandy Alcantara and Shane Smith, they will go opposite of each other. Stephen Strom, Jack McMullen, and Jeff Nelson. Let's get to our at Marlins Radio X poll question. When was the last time the Marlins started a full season? Don't give me that 2020 stuff. A full season at 4-1. Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. I think it's time, Dan Day, for Steve's guarantees.
Almost time to play ball. First pitch coming up in moments. Steve's guarantees coming up now.
It's singular today, folks. I'm really sorry. But when it's singular, you know I'm really confident in it. Sandy Alcantara, I like him to have a quality start today. Only 73 pitches on that Friday, which means he's going to have a little bit more tank in the gas, or gas in the tank, rather. Way to flip that the other way, Steven. 2 nights to see the White Sox. I think that matters. I really do at Sandy's age, 30 years old, has pitched a plethora of games. And also 5 lefties in this lineup for the Chicago White Sox, something that he struggled with, not from a batting average or OPS perspective, but just walks, 40-plus walks against left-handed hitters last year. The White Sox, I mean, it's a decent amount, but it's not an entire amount of lefties, only 5 of them. So I like this matchup for Sandy Alcantara today. One big key I want to tell you, the first inning for these starting pitchers have been great for the Marlins. The White Sox have scored 14 of their 21 runs in the first 3 innings of 2026. So if you feel like you can get the first 3 here of like shutdown or at least 1 run or less, you feel pretty good about turning it over to the bullpen and getting into that bullpen of the Chicago White Sox. That's not a guarantee. I'm just telling you. I'm just giving you some facts here. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch, because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints the picture. Jeff Nelson, he is ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together. Miami Marlins baseball. It is next on the Marlins Radio Network.
ADT.